Wow. Yesterday, many of you were on the Monday Leaders call. Which it started here. It started here with our Miracle Morning, and we were discussing a few things, just the takeaways from the Louisville event, and we were discussing the power of vision, and then in the Monday Leaders call, we dug deeper into just really speeding things up. And one of the phrases that I want everybody to really internalize as we create our ring teams is that your next level is not, it's not about an amount of time. That reminder that it's a number of people. It's not an amount of time, it's a number of people. And so it's this, hey, is this going to take years to accomplish? Is my vision? It's not about an amount of time. It's a number of people that you and your team lead around the baseball diamond. When you look at the teams that are moving swiftly with massive momentum, a lot of people are asking the wrong questions. They're looking in the wrong place for answers. Like, how are they doing that? Like, wow, what do they have that I don't have? And the right place to look, one of the first places to look is how fast are they moving people around the baseball diamond on a daily basis, on an hourly basis. You look at the teams that are cranking out. I met somebody at the event. She's been in 2 weeks. She went executive director in 2 weeks. Yesterday, she just finished off 2 director legs. Let me say that again. She went executive director in her first 2 weeks. She's been in about a full month working it. And she just finished 2 director legs, 2 out of her 4 director legs, which means both those director legs have over 3,000 in premium and she's still within her first full month, which means those organizations that went director will be executive director in the beginning of next month, which means she's qualified silver executive director by the 14th of this month and running for platinum executive director. She's in the Marty Wynn organization. They are moving with speed and boldness. And some people might look like, oh, well, what kind of influence do they have? And things that we may or may not have. But the one thing that they have that everybody can do is they are moving with speed and boldness. But the number of people they're moving around the baseball diamond is massive. And so I want everybody to lock that in your mind, in your spirit, in your visualization, in your declaration, and your planning, is that, wow, moving people around the diamond fast. This is why we started talking about making sure that 10 three-way intros are happening every day. 10 three-way. Somebody's going senior director is responsible for 5 three-way intros per day. Somebody going executive director is responsible for 10 three-ways a day. But the idea is to make sure that your activity matches your goal. The activity matches the goal. So I'm backtracking here. I want everybody to picture the number of people moving around the baseball diamond. Like the three-way intros is the best measurement for that. That means that they've gotten an exposure at first base, and now they're at a three-way intro at second base. That's the metric you want to use to drive your speed. How fast can we? So then the question becomes, if that's true, and it is, well, who are they being that's allowing them to do that level of activity with that level of speed? Who are they being? Be, do, have. Be, and then do, and then have is the flow. And that's where yesterday's conversation came in. And I asked Yvette Gentry to share her breakthrough that she got when she was dropping me off at the airport. And I helped her I just helped her clear up some of the disconnect that she had about how to turn it on. She's ready to go. She's like, Coach, what is it? What do I need to go? How are they moving so fast? What are they doing? And so I helped her connect those three questions, those three alignment questions. Who are you? Where are you going? And why must you go? Why must you go? And in parentheses, there's the word right now. Why must you go? And why must you go right now? And those three questions are loaded because it activates that bold leader that can do Marty Wynn type numbers. It activates that passionate leadership that moves inactive people into action, that attracts people that want to win. It incites the hunger in others. It wakes up people who were asleep. It motivates the masses. So there's something in the leader, in you, that activates other people. And it's in that who you are, where are you going, and why must you go? So when I ask, who am I? A translation of that question is, who has God created me to be? My true identity. Who am I created to be? What are my gifts? What's my impact? What's my assignment? What's my capability? What is my potential? What are my strengths? What am I capable of? What kind of influence am I designed to have in this world? Who am I being? Who was I designed to be? Who am I? Am I a loser or winner? Did he create me to be a loser or winner? The tail or the head? The borrower or the lender? Poor or wealthy? A bad steward or a great steward of resources? A nobody or an heir to his kingdom? And you all can translate that question however you need to for yourself based on your values and beliefs. But that's the first question, is who am I? And then how is that showing up in my communication as a leader? How am I showing up? How is who I am showing up in my communication that impacts other people when they meet me, when they experience me? The second question is, where am I going? Where am I going? A translation of this question is, what will be different in this world as a result of my life? What will be different in this world as a result of my life? This question flows out of question number one. Question number two flows out of question number one. They flow out of each other. So, and the world starts with my world. What starts to shift in me? What starts to shift in my home? What starts to shift in the environments that I walk into? And then what is the domino effect? What starts to shift in the people that I interact with, the prospects that I interact with, the team that I'm pouring into, the people in my environment, the people in my community? What is the domino effect of my life influence? What does the world look like? Here's another big question that goes with number two. What will the world look like as a result of my life? What's the new picture of what's happening in the world as a result of my life? My life's work. I'm passionate about raising up entrepreneurs, people that are discovered their gifts, their passion, and their purpose. So this world looks like millions and more people living in their purpose because I lived. That's part of the picture. That's part of where I'm going. That's part of the picture. A vision is a picture of the future as a result of my influence and those that I bring together, me and the team that I put together to make that impact in the world. What does the world look like? Thousands of people, thousands of people that have replaced their full-time incomes, thousands of ring earners that earn 5 to 10,000 a month and beyond, 6 and 7 figures and beyond, because I lived, because I committed to my assignment, my vision, and I put the people together. I got passionate about it. So I want everybody to start visualizing how many ring earners can your organization from you on down produce over the next several years? What do you believe and express and articulate? What can you see? How many ring earners can your organization produce over the next several years? And build a vision around that. Incorporate that into your vision, into question number 2, where am I going? And another part of that, where am I going, is where am I going that excites the right type of people? They need to know where you're going. They need to hear where you're going. They need to feel where you're going. They need to see where you're going because you're talking about it. You're living it. You're a walking, living, breathing, committed, passionate maniac example of your vision, your mission. They're like, wow, no wonder you're so committed. And then the third question is, why must I go? Go where? The answer to number 2, what you just described in number 2, they all flow out of each other. These are 3 alignment questions for born CEOs. Why must I go? I must go for my creator. I must go in honor of my creator. I must go for what I'm going to do for the next generation. I must go in honor of my parents. I must go for my health. I must go for my own sanity. I must go to prove to myself what I know to be true. I must go to break these chains. I must go to shift this environment. I must go to set people free. Why must you go? And why must you go right now? So those are the 3 alignment questions. So I want to hear from you all. Some of you were on Monday Leaders and some of the other calls. But let's hear from you all. What is happening in you right now, especially in reference to this conversation? And I really want you all to embrace your vision for how many ring earners your team is going to produce. And can produce, and just what do you believe your team can produce over the next several years? All right, kick us off. Somebody bring that fire.
Okay, I'll go ahead and start. Good morning. This is Deidre Glover out of Karn's team, and I am an executive director. I am an executive director maker, and I was on the call yesterday when that young lady's she was fired up, and she was telling a story about how you impacted her with just those 3 questions right there that you just repeated, and it really spoke to me when she said it, and I wrote it down yesterday, and I just wrote it down again, and I'm not just being a note taker today. I'm really taking that to heart. Who has God created me to be? That really speaks to me. I'm going to sit with that for a minute to see, just how it feels. I mean, what do I think that God has created me to be? And I I know where I'm going. Well, I know where I want to go, and I know that I've got to do it. Well, I must do it right now because um I feel like I need to, if it's to be done, I feel like I need to do it now while I'm this young because I'm getting older. And you know, I'm thinking about how am I going to show up as a leader? Um how am I showing up as a leader when I talk to people? Because I'm probably no. I want to make sure that when I show up as a leader or when I talk to people, I have that posture as a leader. And I'm going to keep thinking about or keeping it uppermost in my mind about how will the world be different as a result of my life. I'm doing that anyway, but pertaining to Legal Shield, I'm going to think about it from a Legal Shield standpoint and what I want to do. I know what I want to do. I want to make a difference in my family, break the chains because there are some chains. I mean, I'm not left out of it. There are some chains that need to be broken in my family. And if anybody's gonna do it, it's gonna be me. So I feel like I have a lot on my shoulder to really get it done. And I like these questions. These questions are gonna lead me, Coach. I'm gonna put them up on my big whiteboard here and repeat them every day so that I can move from that standpoint. Um, thank you for letting me share this. This really, I really love these questions, and they speak to me. And then you talked about breaking chains. Oh my God. Oh my God. Thank you so much. Thank you for letting me share.
You getting it, Miss Glover? You are getting it. Everybody unmute. Make some noise for the Deidre Glover ring team. Whoop, whoop.
Whoop, whoop, Deidre, yes.
Whoop, whoop. Let's go.
You got
Whoop,
it.
whoop.
Thank you.
Family, we're talking about reinventing yourself, taking these three answers and what it look. Imagine how you're gonna look when you show up walking in the fullness of these three answers. Like when you see a Darnell self, the three answers exude from him. They're not hidden. Like you can tell, this is a man who knows who he is. This is a man who has a vision and he's passionate. And you probably know his vision. You can tell what his vision is. It's not a secret. And you can tell he's like driven why he must go. Like he's got some reasons to go. Nobody talks like that unless they have strong reasons, strong convictions as to why. And for him to move with the type of urgency that he's moving in, family, that's leadership. Leadership exudes these three questions. Like you can just somebody can walk past you and they just feel these three questions oozing from you. And you're different now when you schedule an appointment, you're not just scheduling an appointment for somebody to see Legal Shield. You're scheduling an appointment for somebody to see who you are, where you're going, why you must go. And Legal Shield is a part of the plan of how you're going to get there in that order. That's when you activate. That's when you tap into that next version of you. That's when you become like the Darnell self of your organization, the Marty Wins of your organization. You become that force to be reckoned with. And you're like, oh, there I am. There I am. Who's next? Come on with it.
I'll go.
Everyone.
Good morning, y'all. Ricky Smith, New Orleans, Louisiana. Job Power Team. I'm the executive director. I'm also an executive director maker. My organization is producing thousands of rank earners over the next 2 years. And I want to let y'all know to stay consistent, stay plugged in, because you never know what you're going to miss. And I'll try to catch every Zoom, every coaching zone, because I always get a nugget, something that could help me along. And I got a breakthrough yesterday. They say, oh, how is worded? Big things happen in small rooms. It was only about 5 of us last night, and the 5 that showed up, that was enough to get the clarity that we needed. So without further ado, thanks, Coach.
All right, you gonna share your breakthrough?
Sure. So I always know what I was supposed to be doing. I knew what the goal was, but I wasn't doing the activity. So I need to have the activity match the goals. And I didn't have no reason to do that at first. I was too comfortable because I didn't know who I was, why I was doing it, and why I must go. Once you define that, man, it's gonna be a walk in the park. Let's get it, y'all.
Ooh. Let's get it. Show some love for the Ricky Smith ring team. Whoop, whoop.
Hey.
Whoop,
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 whoop. All right, Ricky.
whoop.
He said 1,000 ring earners over the next few years. Come on. Dr. Mack, go ahead and exponentiate us. Oh, she lost signal. Who's next?
I jump in, Coach.
Yes, ma'am.
Darlene Edwards from Suitland, Maryland. I'm an executive director and an executive director maker. I am just super excited, super fired up, and ready to go. And just recruited by someone, and actually this morning, and asking like, "Are you ready to run?" That's the question I'm asking now. I'm not asking all the. Yeah, we ask how much money a month you want, but we'll find that out in time. I just said, "Are you ready to go?" So those are the people I'm looking for. Because I've been finding all these people are very nice people, but they just want to go super slow. And I said, that's fine and dandy if that's what they choose to do, but that's not what I choose to do. That's not the people I want on my team right now because I have a serious goal that I'm reaching in terms of I'm getting the ED and how do you say by hook or crook. So back to you, Coach.
I love it. And man, show some love for the dark. Oh, how many ring earners do you see and believe that the Edwards Power Team can produce over the next several years?
I put down yesterday 800 plus, and that's including because I said we got to take in consideration the 10 that I bring in a month, plus the people that they bring in. We're going to show them how to get their 10. And if we have all these people getting 10 recruits a month and people that are ready to go, it's limitless.
Let's show some love for the Darlene Edwards ring team. Woo
Woo
woo.
woo. Yep, yep.
Woo.
Congratulations.
Yes,
Go,
darling.
Darlene.
Thank you.
Dr. Mac, maximize us.
Great morning, everyone. Can you all hear me? I had to go ahead and check my
Yes,
sound.
ma'am.
Awesome. I am so glad that I was a little bit late getting on, but I am so glad that these 3 questions I missed Monday leaders. I will get to that video today, but who am I? Where am I going? Why must I go? But the one that really gets me is what will be different in the world as a result of my life. And that kind of puts it all into perspective. I love what Deidre had said about, just sitting with that and realizing that I am, you are, each one of us are a catalyst to massive change with the people that we connect with. The people on our chicken list, I have one still. The people that we swore up and down we will never go back to them, I'm not talking to them no more, those people. We don't know the hurt that we are perpetuating by not sharing this with other people. People are in pain. People need support and help. People need financial assistance, and they're looking for something else, an alternative. And when we become the person that Coach Bard is telling us that we already are, the born CEOs, we will automatically weed out those other people that are not going to move. That is the whole point. You have to become someone else to get the ring earners that we're declaring. So who am I going to become today to get the ring earners on my team? Thank you for allowing me to share.
Ooh, unmute. Show some love for the Carolyn Mack Power Ring Team.
All right,
Make
Dr.
some
Mack,
noise.
All
let's
right, Dr.
go.
Mac.
Woo.
That's it. Well said and put as
Strong,
always
strong.
again.
One more real quick. Real quick, everybody come ready to share. Who's going to be the courageous leader? Speak up, speak up. Remember to post your numbers in the Baltimore 25 chat. And I hope everybody connects the numbers to those 3 questions now. The who you are, where you're going, and why makes up the leader who drives a whole new level of numbers around that same simple baseball diamond. Baseball doesn't change. Baseball diamond doesn't change. But who you are, where you're going, and why dictates how many people you and those you attract, and those you inspire, those you influence are leading around that baseball diamond and the speed with which you are leading them around the baseball diamond. And as you tap into who you are, where you're going, and why you must go, as you tap into how the world is going to be different as a result of you, let that answer create the culture of your team. Your team. Your purpose should be a powerful ingredient in your team's culture. Your team's culture. Your team is an extension of the fulfillment of your life work. And that's why you get to attract the type of people who are attracted to your culture. You get to attract the type of people that are attracted to your vision. You get to attract the type of people that you will enjoy making an impact in this world with. Let's go, family. ED equals?
Every day.
What time is it?
Ring time.
Every day, ring time.
Next stop.
Love you.
Platinum.
Platinum.
Love y'all. Let's crush it today.